Y'all, welcome to Club Shada episode 365. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody is in their best feelings, just like I am. Make sure you put the flags of where you're watching from in, or where you represent as you wish, or both, or where your heart is in the chat. This show is brought to you by Shada, the gods of good fortune. I want to big up our stream royalty, Anan Saudi, with a super chat of 20 euros or $21. And of course, all our sponsors who are supporting. And listen, special shout out to the people who are on Patreon, patreon.com/Kaysha, supporting the show as well. Thanks for your donations. I don't have like special content for Patreon, but sometimes I'm thinking about it. But I mean, maybe if I have more people, and listen, I don't promote the fact that you can do a donation of, I think it's $5 or $4 every month automatically. I don't do it enough, but it's because I don't have like a specific like content for those yet. Anyway, I still hope that everybody's good, and I love my new logo and my new intro. And the song you heard on the intro, the first one was Harlem Popo from my EP Bougie Love, and the one that you were hearing was Your Loving with Sotisol. That was instrumental. Let's get on to it. Big up to everybody that is watching from X. Make sure you put some fire in the chat. Big up to those who are watching from YouTube. Make sure you put some fire in the chat. And big up to those who are watching from Facebook. Big up in the chat, and big up to those who are watching from my Sushi Roll Instagram page. Same thing. Put some fire in the chat. What are we talking about today? Listen. Yeah, some things to talk about. Before we get on to it, and I say hi to everybody. So my parents are in town. So last week Friday, my mother had a hip surgery. So she's part RoboCop now. She has a titanium hip, and of course my dad came to see her. He arrived yesterday. So yeah, I'm enjoying my parents, and making errands for them, anything they need, and they in a hotel that is like 5 minutes from my house, so I'm always there, back and forth. And because my mom is still in recovery, and she cannot move until the healing process has to be done for at least the first week. She really can't move. The second week she can move a little bit, and only in a month she can start swimming and maybe starting to have a physiotherapy, etc. So we spend a lot of time together, watching TV, doing nothing, or talking. And she tells me crazy story like the one I told you last week. And they were talking yesterday with my dad, and they were talking about the first time that I walked, and like my first steps as a baby. I was, 6 months, 5 months, 7, I don't know. But it was in China. I was what? Wait a minute. Like, I don't know. I always thought that the first time I walked was in Paris or New York. I mean, every time I was talking to people, I was like, yeah, first time I walked was in New York. And they were like, no. The first time you walk was on the Great Wall of China. I was like, wait a minute, what? I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. We were on the Great Wall of China. You were there with the maid, and then at a point the maid let you go and you start walking, and it was on the Great Wall. And then, you know, the Chinese official that were there, because my dad was on a diplomatic mission, the Chinese official started like, yeah, clapping. And then I was, then they took me because it was dangerous, because of a kid on the Great Wall. And I was like, I did my first steps on the Great Wall of China. Okay, maybe I'm a special person. maybe I'm so, yo. I mean, if you live in China, it's nothing special, I guess. But yo, this is like a mythic place. Like, this is like thousands of years ago, back in the Chinese dynasties, and that's where I first walked. Listen, wow, like this is listen, the more I learn about me, the more I'm like, yo, that's crazy. All right, I don't want to stay long tonight because I need to do some things after that. And make sure you put some likes on the live, of course. And I'm going to get on straight to it. First of all, those who come here for the live, I would love for you, when the live is over, to go to my channel and go like and comment some videos, especially Club Shada clips, so that we can, you know, make some movements in the algorithm, if you desire. All right, what up, Bruno? See, when you use those emojis, that's how they come up on Ecamm. That's because YouTube doesn't have their APIs right. So person turquoise wavy, use the normal emojis. But big up, my brother. I hope you're doing good. It's a long time we didn't talk. What up, Anan? The King Royalty is, the stream royalty is here. 10:37 in France. What it do? Respect ALC. We here. Yep, represent. My boy Mike Phoenix. Listen, we have a release with Mike in 2 weeks. Just the week after my new album comes out, we have a single called Girls, because Mike, like, couldn't do a song about Les Oliviers, or no, it has to be Girls, because that's who he is. MJ Wemoto, what up, my brother? I hope you're doing good. Representing Zimbabwe and Canada, or Zimbabwe in Canada. Thanks a lot. You at work listening? Hey, look at that. You see, if you are work listening, it means that you must be probably high ranked at work. Your boss, she doesn't want to let you go. I know. Listen. Blame YouTube to put all their emojis on top. Listen, these people, bro, they put their emojis, right, to use, just like TikTok has their own emojis, and then they don't create an API so that programs like OBS or Ecamm can just display them normally. How dumb is that? Yeah, that's YouTube for you. It's like, always do like only 80% of the work. Yeah, it is what it is. Hi, Aleni. Where are you from? Put the flag of where you represent. My name is Ale. Your music is so good. Thank you so much. I hope you don't know only one song because I have probably 500 songs. So before you, like, you have to listen to the catalog, not just one song. What up, Hervé in Angola? Told you. I watched this on my desktop. It's a pain to find the emoji you want. You can't just be. That's true too. The emojis are whack as hell. Just like the Facebook ones. Like these people, I don't know who is the graphic design head, but they should all be fired because he doesn't look right. Malcolm Beats, what it do? All right, listen. Ami est bouffant também. All right, listen. Let's. Mike, you're so stupid. Yo, you are. Are you from Peru? Amazing. Wow. Never been there, but I remember there was a girl from Peru, and she was Mike's neighbor. She used to live not too far from Mike. Mike, thank you so much for the super chat. Help love to escape. You're stupid. Listen, we are gonna talk about this for the next 30-40 minutes. I'm just wondering why Mike's animation didn't appear yet. Let me just make sure that these stream elements is on, because sometimes see, I would be trying to tell the guys at Ecamm to just make all this in-house instead of us having to use stuff like stream elements and etc. that work when they want. But for some reason, yeah, they are not doing it. But yeah, it is what it is. Let me see. Chatbot. I didn't even see the chatbot. What's going on? Sorry, don't mind me. I'm doing a test. Let me look at this, for example. Yeah, this is working. Oh, it didn't even register Mike's super chat. Interesting. All right. Well, it didn't register it. But thank you anyway, Mike. All right. I have a new album coming out in not this Friday, the next Friday, called Diaspora Deluxe. So you're gonna love it. Some great songs in there. Master Electronic, what up? How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing good. Where are you? Are you in Sweden or are you still in Congo? Getting consumed by the motherland. All right, let's get on to it. Let me do some reading. And after that, I'm going to talk to you about two things. that I think about all of this. Where is Diddy? Sean Combs remain in the U.S. amid widening sex trafficking probe, sources say. 2 days after federal authorities searched his home in a probe of sex trafficking, Sean Diddy Combs remain in the U.S. and vows to fight the allegation, source to the music legend said. His 17 square foot Holmby Hills mansion, where Combs debuted his last album a year ago, was flooded with Homeland Security Department agents who gathered evidence on behalf of an investigation being run by the U.S. Attorney Office for the Southern District of New York. According to law enforcement officials familiar with the inquiry, his Miami home was also searched. Sources with knowledge of the situation said Combs was scheduled on Monday to depart by plane for a spring break vacation with his school-aged daughters, but opted to delay the trip after learning of the search. He still has his passport, they added. The sources spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly. The agents didn't detain Combs, but they stopped a plane on the ground. Miami-Dade police officer who accompanied them arrested Brendan Paul, a man in Combs' entourage, after cocaine and marijuana-laced candy was allegedly found in his bag. Paul, 25, was recently described in a lawsuit against Combs as his mule for narcotics and firearms. Authorities have declined to comment on the case, and Combs has not been charged with any crime. This is important. Combs has not been charged of any crime. Yet, law enforcement sources with knowledge of the sex trafficking investigation said federal authorities have interviewed at least 3 women but declined to provide any details. Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, the singer known as Cassie, accused him in a lawsuit of rape and repeated physical assault, and said he forced her to have sex with male prostitutes as he watched. Joy DeCursonil accused Combs in a suit of drugging and raping her in 1991, recording the attack and then distributing the footage without her consent. Another woman, Lisa Gardner, filed a third suit in which she claimed Combs and R&B singer Aaron Hall sexually assaulted her. Hall could not be searched for comment. Another lawsuit alleges that Combs and former Bad Boy label president Harvey Pierre gang raped and trafficked a 17-year-old girl. Pierre said in a statement that the allegations were disgusting, false, and a desperate attempt for financial gain. Aaron Dreyer, one of Combs' lawyers, on Tuesday called the raids a witch hunt and criticized how they were conducted. Yesterday, they were a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. Dyer said in a statement, "This is unprecedented. This unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced, coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusation made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liabilities in any of these allegations." The sources said that it appeared investigators searching in Combs' LA home emptied the safe, dismantled electronics, and left paper strewn in some rooms. Yes. All right. Shit is hitting the fan. I'm going to tell you what I think about this. Oh, listen. Nobody cared about this no more. They found a lot of things to talk about so that people forget about that list. Listen. I'm going to tell you two things, or maybe three, but probably two, or maybe three. First of all, as a preambule to everything I'm going to say about this, innocent until proven guilty. That is very important. That, listen, I don't know. I was not there. We cannot judge people based on just rumors, accusations. An accusation is an accusation. It doesn't mean that it is true unless you can prove it. Anybody, right? Anybody can come and say and transform any story into anything they want and destroy your character if they see fit. That is the truth. So, to me, it goes to my first point. It is very interesting to me to see the level of joy, celebration, memes, fun, and joy into seeing a fellow brother being descended into flames without people knowing yet. Is it true? Is it not true? Like, because the only thing that is true is that he settled with his ex. That's it. That's the only thing that is true. Everything else is allegation. An allegation is not truth. If I go tomorrow and say, Mike Phoenix has 5 different assholes in his body, until I can provide photos, this is an allegation. Anybody can say anything about anybody. Now, if a lot of people are saying some things about you, is there fire if there's a lot of smoke? Maybe. But until you see fire, or you can prove that there's fire, it is just smoke. And do I believe some of the things that his ex was saying? Yes, completely. If she took 30 to 50 million, it continues to be a nice money grab. Deserved or not, listen, I'm not American. This is the way it works there. In France, you don't attack people telling them, yo, you did this to me, so I want money. In France, you attack people saying you did this to me, so I want you to go to jail. It's not the same culture from the culture that we have, right? So, because I've known you since you were 16. Now, imagine how, to me, I find very interesting how other cultures will defend their people. You listen, you have people. You have at least two very, very famous people in cinema that it is proven. You even have a French politician, bro. Like, there's at least 4 people in my mind that are proven pedophiles, and they are still celebrated. They still receive prizes and like. And they are defended by their people, and everybody's saying, "Oh, it was a long time ago, whatever. Things were not the same." Blah, blah. And we're like, wait a minute. What if R. Kelly has a house with a bunch of girls in there? What about the Playboy guy? What about you, Jeffner? You made a whole reality show about the same thing. What about Elvis Presley? And the interesting part is, it's not them that are the first to take the rocks and throw to their heroes. It's our people. Do I mean that if somebody is black, they are over any criticism? No, of course not. I know a lot of black people that are horrible individuals, that are no better than what they're accusing Diddy of. I've seen it. We've all seen it. We all know stories of people, politicians, artists, rich people, whatever. But no group of people like the blacks. Oh, bro, you just tell them something. They don't care if it's true. You give them a rock and they will throw the rock. And they will be happy that one of us has fallen. They love it. They love it. Other people will try to find solution, protect themselves, etc. Say, hey, wait a minute, we don't know if it's true. There's no charge. But our people, their people, now our people, they know exactly how to get us to go crazy and throw the rocks. The manipulation is way too easy to read for me. Now, I'm not saying that the accusations are not true. I'm not saying the accusations are true. I'm saying I don't know, you don't know. The only people who know are the people who know. The people who were there, the people who are accusing, or the people who are defending. These are the only people who can say, I was there, I've seen it. Oh, listen, the last 30 years, did I hear stuff from my people in New York? Of course. Did I see things? Listen, I've seen things in the music business. So not like there's a lot of things that don't shock me. Because listen, I've seen things in the music business. I've seen things in politics. I've seen things in life. We see things in families in general. The only thing here is when you have somebody that is seen as a legendary mogul, and the moment there's an accusation thrown, everybody turn their back. And the meme starts, and other people, and then you have old friends that are coming, and they are putting memes, and some people are staying silent, and then people love the smell of blood. So now they're like, who's next? Jay-Z, you next. Michael Jordan, who? Somebody. Let's kill all our legends, because we here and they here and they have nothing to go here. We want them to be here. So then we feel that we high when we stay low in general. And this is the first thing that I said to myself. Because, my WhatsApp, my Instagram, my TikTok are full of messages, videos, memes, people saying finally. And I'm like, what you mean finally? What did he do to you? Huh? Okay. So at a point, I asked myself, I don't ask myself questions. I have the answers. But I'm like, if somebody tomorrow throw a false accusation on me about anything, I'd be scared more of my people than strangers, because my people will take this and run, because they love the idea of shooting you down while you are in the sky. Where other people, if they see you up there, they will go and work with you, and they will celebrate you. Some others, if they see you working hard, they will go work hard with you, so you all go up there. And when you are all up there and you say anything, they will defend. Listen, look at them right now. They are defending the impossible that I will not name. Look at them. They're finding all kind of way to justify horrible things. And here, nobody says shit. And people are there in the street manifesting and saying, yo, are you going to do something? And they're not doing nothing. You know why? Because they know they are against strong communities that are everywhere. And when they say, hey, this is the direction we're moving, everybody's activated like a cell. And when they say, yo, let's destroy that person, they have media, they have this, they have that, they in all kind of places where they can close doors for you. And I don't understand why we cannot be like this. But I live this enough in the business to understand that yes, we are not like this. When one of us makes it, the rest of us wants to shoot them down. this is the way it is. In 2003, when I did Sumia's album, my album and Elisio's album, and I sold more or less worth of 1.5 million euros of CDs. And the CEO of Section Zouk, Harold Sangamalon, came to me with the keys of the studio, the keys of the building, the keys of the offices. He gave me copies of everything and say, this is your home now. You can do whatever you want. You can find any artist you want, and we do a collaboration 50-50. You can bring anybody you want, and we will put them on the market because we believe that, and I mean, we don't believe, we see that you can make money with us. A lot of people were talking to me while I was doing the album. A lot of people were coming to the studio. Other artists, other sub-labels of Section Zouk. But me, I was not a sub-label. I was a partner, 50-50. But, they were like, yeah. I remember one guy telling me, yeah, it's interesting. An album mixing Zouk, Afro Zouk, Zouk R&B, Kizomba, Compa, Troubadour, and African with an Arab singer. Normally when we do a Zouk album, it's just Zouk song. And when we want to do there, we go there. But you put a little bit of everything. That's interesting. Why? And I replied to him, well, I believe that if you want to have longevity, it's better to try to hit different markets. You have more chances of working in one market, 2 markets, 3 markets, and then you have more, and you can have more people recognizing themselves in your music. That's my idea. And I mean, I grew up listening to everything, so I don't believe that I should just do one thing. So that's the way I do music. I do music how I grew up, multicultural. And you know what he replied to me? He told me, I don't think it's gonna work, but if it does, we will copy. And I was look at him and I was like, okay. And he left the studio. All right, cool. 1 year later, and 70,000 CDs sold later, Sumia's album is number 1. My album is number 2. Elisio's album is number 3. Abish's album is in the oven. The same person I would believe that he would do what he told me. It works. We're going to do the same. No. Him and the other guys that were there around at the time in 2004, they were doing reunions at night in the studio. And first of all, they were opening my Pro Tools session so they could get the samples, they could copy full tracks, listen to what we were recording, and then they were having long discussions. And the topic of the discussion was, how do we destroy Sushi Raw? How do we destroy Kaysha's business? How do we dismantle these guys? They are not from the West Indies. He's from Congo, she's from Morocco. This other one is from Ivory Coast. That one is from Brazzaville. This one is from Cape Verde. Like, how do we destroy them? That is the only thing they cared about. Not how do they do, how can we recreate that to make our market bigger? How can we, this guy just brought €1,005,000 inside of the company that we can use because we're gonna use it to promote the rest and finance the Princess Lover album, the Fanigi album, all these things. All this money is used to finance all that. And this guy is showing us the way. Let's follow the way. Let's work with him to push everybody in the front so that maybe in 5 years, all of us is 10 times stronger. In their head, they were saying to themselves, if we get 10 times stronger, he's going to be 10 times stronger. So right now we are power free, all of us. But this guy is at power 10, we can see. So if we get 10 times stronger, we all going to be 30. But it's going to be 100. So all they cared about is how big I was going to be instead of how big we were all going to be. And that's exactly what they did. Torpedoes. The problem is, I know all the girls in Paris. So the girls who were there in the studio, the girls that they were bringing in the studio, they would call me. Yo, this is the conversations. I have spies everywhere. They ask them when they're about to sleep and they're naked on the pillow, hey, what do you have against Kaysha? And they talk. And the information comes to me. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Keep listening. Today, I'm at 500 power. And all these guys are still at 5. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Listen. One day, I call everybody, all the artists, their managers, and I tell them, French artists, Portuguese artists, Angolan artists, Cape Verdean artists, I say, let's do a YouTube channel. All of us. And in this YouTube channel, every video we have, we put everything in there. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, why would we, why? I said, oh, listen, it's called coalescing. Everybody has power here, some more than others, but in reality, even if we are all competing in the same market, if all our videos is in the same YouTube channel, everybody bring their fan to the same place, means that every video that we will do in this channel will be viewed by everybody. This is actually what I do on this channel. On this channel, you have Eligio video, Sumia's video, ABG, my videos. So I use the power I had already to push everybody. And I was like, listen, if we do this on a bigger level, yo, Nelson Freitas fans can can come here and imagine the C4 bring his fans, George bring his fan, Nichols bring his fans, Ali Angel bring his, everybody, we all bring Looney Johnson, like we do a whole channel that belongs to all of us, and we have a separate person that is that works for none of us, that is like or we have a board of directors that all the money that comes from this channel is distributed not to all of us, but to shoot new videos. So let's say we make, from this channel, we make 20 million views every month. So 20 million views is 20 times, let's say, conservatively, let's say it's 60,000 euros every month. And let's say we take 30,000, we divide by everybody, and the other 30,000, we just produce more videos. And every time somebody has a new song, there's a budget from all this money that is generated to shoot videos. And maybe we have these people, they buy cameras, we form people to work for us, and now we have a channel that is making us video, and everybody makes money touring, and we have free videos essentially. And I don't remember, I know who, but I'm not gonna say his name, told me, why me, that is, I have 1 million followers, why would I help this guy who only has 800,000? And this guy only has 50,000 followers. Like, why would my money save him? And I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'll do all this on my channel. And you know what happened? All these people call me to cry about this guy. They all call me, the same people. They call me to cry about this guy. About Bruno. Yo, there's a white guy, he has a Kizomba channel, and he's making all the views, and he has all the video in there. Oh, this is our culture, we have to do something. And I was like, why are you calling me? Why are you calling me exactly? No, because you have to do something. I said, I'm not gonna do shit, that's my boy. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give advice to this guy, because he's doing it because he loves it, and you guys are doing it because of your egos. And my Kizomba went on to be the biggest channel of Kizomba and Afro-Caribbean music back in 2010 years ago. So our people have a problem. Bruno is saying, didn't you learn anything from your grandfather? You can't be richer or more successful than the rest. Yo, bro, that shit is crazy. Listen, let me tell you the second thing. The second thing I take from everything that is going on. If you're still here watching and enjoying this conversation, put some rainbows in the chat. Now, the second thing I was saying to myself about the Diddy situation. And listen, it's just me and my intuition. I'm not saying that whatever I believe is real or not. I'm not saying that. But listen, this is how a few years learning about the R. Kelly situation, the Michael Jackson situation, the Prince situation, and many others. let's say that you have a huge catalog of songs in masters and publishing, meaning that you make money from streams, sales, and you make money from intellectual rights when it plays on the radio, when it plays here and there, right? You have this huge catalog, and you also have your own TV station, your own media operation, your own festivals, and you have an asset that is worth, let's say, $5 billion. Let's make simpler numbers. $10 billion. In terms of the value of it, it is $10 billion. And that's when people call you a billionaire. You don't have a billion in your bank account. You have assets, your house, your catalog, your companies, the stake you have in companies is worth $10 billion. And maybe in your bank account you have 100 million or 50 million, which is, it's a lot. So let's say you own 10 houses, that's, I don't know, that's 100 million in houses or 200 million in houses. You own a bunch of songs that for the last 30 years that you did, masters plus publishing. Maybe this is worth like 3-4 billions. You're staking in Ciroc, in some vodka company, some these companies, cigars. This is another thing, and then your media operation is worth 5 billion, right? So your whole thing is like 10 billion, and everybody know you a freak, but everybody lets you be a freak because, maybe one day they will use it against you. But for now, they make you believe that you're good. Don't worry. And at one point, the hyenas are hiding in the shadow, saying to themselves, this guy is too powerful, or this guy wants to do media. Media is us, bro. Like, what are you doing? Who told you that you could do media? Well, black excellence, and no, media is us. What you mean? You want to have a TV? What to do? What? Well, to give the news for us. Now we give the news for you. No, but I want to give, the news our way, talk about things that affect us. Now we do that. Now, but you guys, you only talk about us negatively. We want to have our own movies. We want to have our own information. You want to have your what? Information? Do you know that information is too much power for you? Yo, go back to your orgies, bro. And you're like, can't stop, won't stop. I do what I want. Like, I'm too big to fail. You what? You too big. All right. Yeah, do your thing. Now, let's say that a few guys that nobody knows that are in the shadows, they all have 2 billions of buying power. And they could, they don't have enough money to buy you because your operation is worth 10 million, sorry. 10 billions. Your operation is worth, your assets are worth 10 billions. And the three of them together they could only spend 5 billions on buying something. They would love to buy your operation, but it's too expensive. Turns out you have an ex that she's been traumatized by everything you did to her, and because you've been crazy, everybody know you've been crazy, you've been shooting at clubs, going crazy, drugs, orgies, etc. A lot of things, but nobody can prove nothing because, I don't know, maybe you silence people or you pay them to not say nothing. Who knows? And everybody know that the weak link is your ex. But she's too scared to talk. But now that she's not with you anymore, she would love to continue being rich, but she doesn't want to go back with you. What if she could get the courage? What if you got her some lawyers that you said, don't worry, we pay for the lawyers, don't worry. And go ahead, get your money, mama. Attack him, put everything in there, everything you can. So he's forced to pay you. Yeah, but he's gonna kill me, or I'm scared of it. Don't worry. He might be strong, but he's not as strong as we are. Because we are the government. Or we have the government with us. Whatever. And listen, you are so amazing. You are the one. You're a legend. Your ego is so big that you believe that nothing and nobody can defeat you. And somebody tells you, hey, your ex is saying, and we talked to her lawyer, and she's saying that she wants money or she's going to write a book. And you're like, what? Who? This one? I control that one. Don't worry. It seems serious, bro. Boss, it seems serious. And he's like, nah. If I call her, she'll do nothing. She's scared of me. And interestingly, you call her. She's like, yo, what's going on? Like, what's wrong with you? It's like, yo, I want 50 million. How much? I want 50 million. Or I will talk. And you laugh because you know she will not talk. She's too weak. She's just some cute girl, but she's not even smart. And now she's with this. Don't worry. And boom, you wake up one morning, boom, it's everywhere in the news. Oh, the news might be owned by one of the three guys. Speculation, I'm just saying. They talk about it, the news, like if it's the blogs, like maybe all these websites and news, and they might be owned by these three small media conglomerates that don't have enough money to buy you, but they own pieces of information, places, and they can become very dangerous for you. Now, she says something and the whole world goes crazy. And because these people know how black people are, oh, they don't need Proof. They be waiting for the proof for a long time. So they fall into the trap, and now everybody believes what she said. Listen, it's the Me Too movement. It's the woke. It's the wokeness. How could it do this to her? My God, what a bastard! Ah! And now, the people you are in business with, who don't want to be associated with a rapist, a woman beater, a gay rapper, a drug addict, everything. Yeah, what up, Puff? No. What up, Mr. Sean Combs? What you mean, Mr. Sean Combs? Why don't you call me Diddy or Love as always? Or why don't you call me bro, Mr. Sean Combs? There's a problem, and our brand cannot be associated with this. So you better fix that, or we out. Hey, what up, Mr. Combs? Hey, what up, Mr. And what's going on? Your lawyers call, and the people say, or maybe the people you trust, or the people you're scared about, they call you and they say, pay that bitch now. Yo, but she's asking for 30 millions. Pay her now. I only have 20 millions in my bank account. You don't walk around with 10 billions in your bank account, because when they say that you are worth a certain amount of money, like I told you before, it means that you have assets worth 10 billions. But maybe you only have 10 million in the bank. That's more than enough to live very well. But now you need 30 million to pay the girl, plus another 5 to pay the lawyers. That's 35 millions. So you might have to sell something, or you might have to call somebody, or the bank. You might need a loan. You might need to take some shares of one of your companies to block them at the bank in exchange of some liquidity, so you can pay the girl to make the problem go away. But now the hyenas, they're like, So you pay the girl, it makes you look guilty, and you believe that if you wait 3-4 months, 6 months like you always did, you change your name, the problem will go away. So from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy to Diddy to Love, let's call ourselves, I don't know. The next name, Shamalo, Brother Sham. So you lay low, and hopefully the problem will go away. But now, a lot of brands, they find you radioactive. They don't want to work with you. They are starting to be scared of being associated with you. And your dear brothers of black excellence, the black people, they have rocks in their hands and they are throwing them because they love it. They love destroying their heroes. You're not Black Panther in Wakanda anymore. Yeah. Finally, everybody's full of finally. They don't know, but everybody's happy of your descent. And you know what happened? More people come out of the woodwork. Some come for money. Some are victims. Who knows? I don't know. But more people are coming with stories. And interestingly, every time they come, they are represented by the same lawyers. maybe financed with the same people in the dark. Who knows? But with all these problems, the value of your empire is going down. And people are telling you, you have to step down of CEO. Nobody wants to work with us anymore as long as you're in the company. You can continue owing them, but you cannot be there in the front. What you mean? I'm the guy. These are my companies, my baby. I built this. Yeah, but the value already lost 20%. Your whole empire, stocks and stuff, it was worth 10 billions. It is now worth only 8 billions. And all these lawsuits, you're gonna need to either pay these people so they shut up or fight them in court. And either way is gonna cost you probably another $10 million. I already gave all my money to that bitch. I'm not liquid right now. Well, maybe you need to sell something. I ain't selling shit. All right. 1 month, 2 months, value continues going down. And your assets are now worth fake numbers, of course. Only 4 billions. And now you need liquidity. You need liquidity so that you are going to be able to survive the storm, maybe to go to Tarrafal, or maybe pay your lawyers, or maybe pay everybody so they shut up and leave you alone. And there's 3 people who comes out of nowhere and they say, yo, you need money? Listen, we believe that everything that is happening with you is unfair. And we are willing to help you, like, save the face. And listen, maybe you could just go away a little bit and listen. Yeah, listen, how much you need to, listen, I don't know, like, this is gonna cost me probably 100 million, 200 million. Like, what am I gonna do? And they're like, well, listen, that information thing you have, we'd love to buy that. What? My baby? But it's worth 5 billions. Yeah, we'll buy it for $1 billion. $1 billion? It's worth 5 billions. Listen, all I know is you need money and we have money. I'm not buying this for 5 billion, especially with your brand going in flames. Like, everything that is associated with you is worth nothing. So, yes, we'll buy it for give me a second, my wife is calling me. We'll buy it. It's okay. Yeah, we'll buy it for $1 billion. $1 billion. 3 of us. We all put 300 million. That should be enough for you to go to Tarrafal and shut up and disappear for 5-6 years until black people forget, until the next scandal, and or defend yourself or whatever. But we believe that with 1 billion you're good. And you don't have a choice. The money has run out. And because you don't have a choice, and you need money to defend yourself from the federal government, that maybe these people put behind you, you have to sell the jewels. Diddy sells Revolt TV stake to anonymous buyer 2 days after. There you go. All these are speculations. It's just my brain functioning the way my brain functions. Listen, a few years ago, 10, 12 years ago, I had somebody that owed me a lot of money. And I had two solutions. Fighting him directly, but he was way too powerful, or waiting for him to have a knee on the ground. And that's exactly what I did. I waited. I'm not going to go into details. I waited for his knee to be on the ground because somebody, one of these girls called me and she was like, listen, right now, this is the situation. Government is after him. If you wanna send the dart, the poisonous dart, it's now. And that's exactly what I did. I sent a letter to him. I sent a letter to the government. So he got crazy, called everybody with menacing because his ego was who Kaysha does think he is. And I didn't answer the calls. Then his lawyer called my lawyer. His lawyer realized that my lawyer was his mentor. And he was like, oh shit. And his lawyer realized that it was against me. And his lawyer was like, Kaysha? Oh shit. He's not a monkey like the other ones. What happened? And we were like, yo, listen. This. And if we go to the judge and the judge see this, and this, the conversation is over for you guys. So, because we know that right now you don't have the liquidity, what Kaysha will go after is the catalog. So the catalog will belong to Kaysha, the whole catalog, everything you own. Because we know you don't have the money. We know the government is controlling your company right now. And Kaysha can just do a checkmate. After 1 month, I returned from Congo and I get a call from somebody telling me he wants to meet. I'm like, yeah, let's meet. So we sat down and I told him, listen, we have two solutions. Either I sodomize you like you've never been sodomized and I take everything from you, or either we do this, and this. And you know what happened? I got everything that I wanted for free. And he thought it was smart from my demands, but in reality, I'm still making money from the things I got from free today. One day I'll tell the whole story in another episode, but listen, you never know who's waiting in the shadow for you to do the first mistake. You never know. And listen, once you get at levels that are politics, music business on a high level, when we are talking about millions being generated, it becomes dangerous territory. And don't start me with media and the control of information, or having a social network that can change the course of politics. People can kill you for that. So be alert at all times and understand that what you create, your catalog, people want that. I receive messages every month from people who are trying to buy my catalog. And because I know that my catalog is worth money, because it generates money, oh, listen, I'm not on their level, but I make sure that nothing will compromise the value of my catalog, especially not my actions. And listen, people will put traps on the way. Listen, in 2004, one of the biggest traps was put on my way from people that I trusted, and the goal was to recuperate the small thing I had back in the days. They wanted everything, and they play dirty when they want everything. And that's when I was like, yo, you have no friends in this business. So yeah, wait till he sells the whole Bad Boy catalog to Universal or to somebody, and you will know who's behind everything. And listen, does it make him an innocent person? Hell no. But yeah, listen, R. Kelly thought that whatever he was doing was okay because the people he was making money for were closing their eyes, because he was making them so much money that it was okay. So he thought he was untouchable. Michael Jackson had the whole alpha of Sony Music Publishing, and they wanted it, and he didn't want to sell. But they knew that he loved to walk with children, and he thought he was Peter Pan. And they were like, we can use this against him. Real or not, we can use this against him. Prince had hundreds of songs and they wanted them, etc., etc., etc. It's not just in music, it's in everything. Once you have stuff that generates a lot of money, some people are watching you. Whether you know it or not, some people are watching you and they want what you have. They will get it in a good way. They will, like right now with me. Yeah, listen, how much? How many millions you want? The question they were asking me 5 years ago was, how many hundreds of thousands do you want? That was when I was still, before something going on blew up. Now they're like, hey, how many millions you want? And nobody's aggressive because I'm a small person. But if one day I start seeing darts thrown my way, it means that they are trying to get it for cheap. And I might have to do them the way I did everybody else that tried to be my enemy. But that's another conversation. This show is brought to you by Shada at the cause of good fortune. And thanks to our stream royalty, Anan Saudi, and everybody that supports this show. And if you enjoyed this conversation, make sure you send some Rambos in the chat. And I hope that I made you think a little bit tonight. I hope. Master Electronic is saying, kill your weak points. Le maillon faible, mon cher, has to be removed. This Diddy thing seems like an episode from Scandal. Power comes from the shadow. Oh, listen. What up, Emmanuel Etienne? Episode 365. Like 365 days, twice per week. All content about your music. Thank you, sister. You have too much haters when you have success. You better walk alone. I'm telling you. But listen, this was episode 365. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, it made you think a little bit about everything. I'm going to leave you with my latest track, which is a track called Falling Out of Love Often, in conjunction collaboration with a great beat maker from South Africa called Buddy Nice, and you can find it in all the platforms. So I'm playing you the radio edit of Falling Out of Love Often, and I will see you Sunday. Shada gang, bless.
I've been falling out of love often. Yo. I don't know what I'm gonna do with me. Every time I try to hold on tight, hey, it slip away through my